Welcome, everyone. This is day 27 of the St. Jude's 30 for 30 Yoga Challenge. So please join me in this short practice. We will start by warming up. We will do a sun salutation, then get down to the floor and do some additional postures before we fully relax. We'll do about 30 minutes or so of postures and then the relaxation. So please stand. Shake everything out, loosen up your muscles. We will always start with some breathing, or try to anyway. Nice and tall, hips tucked under, shoulders back and down. Let's take some deep cleansing breaths. Inhale up. Exhale, reach and lower all the way down. Always check the posture. Up again, inhaling. Exhale, reach and come down. Keep the feet flat on the floor. Bring the arms up, inhaling. Exhale and stretch up from side to side at your own pace. Reaching and breathing. Feel the stretch up the sides of your body as you reach. We'll start from the head down to warm up. So nice and tall, hips tucked under, shoulders back and down. Turn your head to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, look up to the right. Exhale, look down to the right. Center, front, inhaling. Exhale, turn, look over the left shoulder. Keep the shoulders back and down as best you can. Inhale, look up to the left. Exhale, look down to the left. Center, front, inhaling. Exhale, press the chin into the chest, pressing the chin into the chest. Release. Heavy head throughout this entire part of this practice as we move our necks. Heavy head to that left shoulder. Always feel a stretch up the opposite side. If you have any neck issues, only roll in the front. If not, jaw closed, heavy head back. Don't forget to breathe. Heavy head, right shoulder. Feel that stretch as you go. Heavy head, come down to the center front, pressing the chin into the chest. Release, then go in the opposite direction. Check that posture, nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Back if you can. Left shoulder. Heavy head, center front, pressing the chin into the chest. Release. Center front, inhaling. Exhale, move your hips from side to side as you shake your arms out. Now, nice and tall, bring those shoulders up by the ears. Keep the shoulders back, but bring the shoulders up by the ears. Arms are relaxed, no neck. And then release. Long arms, long neck. Try to reach the floor with the fingertips in your mind and touch the ceiling with the top of your head in your mind. Release. Bring the arms up, inhaling. Exhale, reach, lengthen, and lower the arms to the T position, palms down, keeping the legs and hips stationary. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and rotate just the upper body to the left. Front, inhaling. Exhale, rotate just the upper body to the right. Front, inhaling. Exhale, both arms forward in the parallel position, reaching, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Keep the abs in tight. Then release. Bring the arms back behind. Clasp the fingers together. Straighten the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening the chest, keeping those abs in tight. You may hold it here, or if you want more, bend the knees. Knees directly over the feet. Push out to the glutes as you bend at the hips. Then straighten the legs, inhaling. Exhale, either open the chest standing or arch back. Jaw closed for a better stretch on the neck. Breathe. Release. Come back up and take a deep cleansing breath. Inhale up. Exhale, reach and lower all the way down to the sides. Now bend the elbows as you roll the shoulders back. Great big circles, loosening up the torso as you roll. And then straighten the arms for full range of motion. Breathing. Now, nice and tall, hips tucked under, shoulders back and down. Bring the right arm up, inhaling. Exhale, reach, lengthen, stay in the same plane as you stretch to the side. Weight evenly on both feet, abs in tight. Bring the right shoulder back as you reach up, look up. Align the left shoulder and feel the stretch up the right side of your body. Breathing. Up, inhaling. Exhale, change sides. Check the posture, inhaling. Exhale, reach, lengthen, and stretch to the side in the same manner here. Staying in that same plane. Weight evenly distributed on both feet. Abs in tight. Bring the left shoulder back as you reach, look up. Align the right shoulder and feel the stretch up the left side of your body. Breathing. Then up, inhaling. Exhale, both arms straight up. Check the posture. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach, lengthen, bend the knees. Knees over the feet in this Utkatasana, fierce or chair pose. You're still warming up, so just briefly. Then straighten the legs, inhaling. Exhale, reach upward or reach, arching back. Jaw closed for a better stretch on the neck. Then up, inhaling. Exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach, lengthen, and lower the arms all the way down to the sides. Check the posture. Nice and tall, hips tucked under, shoulders back and down. And we'll take another deep cleansing breath. Inhale up. Exhale, reach and lower. Now, we'll work a little bit more on the lower part of our bodies. Our upper bodies should be pretty well warmed up. Put the hands on the front of your thighs. Keep the upper arms by the torso and bend at the hips, head and neck, and extension of the spine. Try to keep the feet as parallel to each other as possible. No more than shoulder width apart. They can touch if it's comfortable, but that's fine. But you want a nice flat back, and you want your head and neck an extension of the spine, abs in tight. Go to your limit and hold it. You can modify by softening the knees, but you won't get the hamstring and glute stretch as well if you do. But listen to your body and do what you need to do. Then release and relax down. Just let the upper body relax down. Head, neck, and arms relax, but the abs are in tight. Again, you can soften the knees if you need to, but only if you need to. If you want, you can rotate over to the right. We're going to put a little twist, but keep the legs and hips stationary. Your right hands can be on the back of the right thigh, calf, ankle, or they can be on a block at the side of your foot or on the floor. Head and neck, no stress, just an extension of the spine. Abs in tight throughout. And then in a fluid motion, rotate over to the other side in the same stretch. Fingertips on the back of the left thigh, calf, ankle, heel, block or floor. Abs in tight, breathing. And slowly come back to the center. And now just let the upper body come up one vertebra at a time. Just round up, keeping the abs in tight. And as the head comes up, bring the arms up, inhaling. And again, As you exhale, stretch up from side to side at your own pace. I like to bring my opposite heel up because I feel like I get a little more of a stretch up the side of my body, but do what works for you. Now, shake everything out. Shake your feet out as if you're shaking off water, just like your arms. And let's have our legs apart about twice the width of your shoulders. Feet are pointed not quite straight forward and not quite at a 45-degree angle because you're going to come to the side with your knees, but you don't need to have them totally at a 45-degree angle unless you're going to really come down far. So start first, though, with the hands on the waist or the hips and push the hips forward. Then roll to the left, bending that left knee. Roll back, straightening the legs, abs always in tight. Roll right, bending the right knee, and roll forward, pushing the hips forward. And now opposite direction, roll to the right, roll back, roll left, and roll forward. Back to the center. Now those toes go out at about a 45-degree angle. You may keep your hands on your waist or your hips if you want, but I'm going to bring my arms up, inhaling. Exhale, reach and lower to the T position, palms down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stretch to the right. Up, inhaling. Exhale, stretch to the left. Up, inhaling. Exhale, stretch to the right again. You may repeat or reach down toward the floor. Make sure those knees are over the foot. Up, inhale. Exhale, left. Do whatever you did on the other side of your body. Up, inhaling. Exhale, arms up. Check the posture, inhaling. Exhale, reach, lengthen. I'm going to bring my feet in just a bit. Bend both knees. Lower the hips down. T position with the arms, palms down. Palms up and slowly come up. Inhaling as you reach the top. Exhale, reach and lower the arms all the way down to the sides. Now walk the feet in again. Shake everything out. We're going to add a little balance now. Should be pretty well warmed up, but we're also going to warm up our hips a little bit more, but we're going to add that balance. Focus on a spot in front of you that doesn't move, hands on the waist or the hips. I'm going to do my right side first. Feel free to join me. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And bring that right knee up in the front. Rotate it to the side. Lower to the side, inhaling. Exhale, up to the side. Rotate it to the front and lower, inhaling. Exhale, bend both knees. Up, inhaling, left side now. Exhale, bring that left knee up in the front. Rotate it to the side and lower to the side, inhaling. Exhale, up to the side, rotate it to the front and lower, inhaling. Exhale, bend both knees. Up, inhaling. Exhale, right side again. Bring that right leg forward. Leg is straight, foot is flexed. Point the toe, flex the foot. Point, flex, lower, inhaling. Exhale, out to the side. Point, flex, lower, inhaling. Exhale to the back. Leg is straight, foot is flexed. Point, flex, tighten the glute. Point, flex, lower, inhaling. Exhale, bend both knees. Up, inhaling, left side now. Exhale, left leg forward. Leg is straight throughout. Foot is flexed, then point, flex, lower, inhaling. Exhale to the side, point, flex, point, flex, lower, inhaling. Exhale to the back, tighten that glute, point, flex, lower, inhaling. Exhale, bend both knees. Up, inhaling. Exhale, shake out. Even though that balance looks so simple, it's not so simple, especially if you're on carpet, but hopefully you got what you needed. And whenever you balance, you can also stand by something if you feel like you need to have just help. Now, we're going to take a deep cleansing breath, and then we're going to do our sun salutation. So nice and tall, hips tucked under, shoulders back and down. Up, inhaling. Exhale, reach and lower all the way down to the sides. Stand at the front of your mat. I'm going to make sure my mat is as flat as possible on this carpet. Nice and tall, hips tucked under, shoulders back and down. Bring the arms up, inhaling. Exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach, lengthen, either reach upward or arch back, reaching back. Jaw closed for a better stretch on the neck. Up, inhaling. Exhale, reach, lengthen, stretch forward, bending at the hips, and come into Ardha Uttanasana. Fingertips on the floor beside the feet. You can modify using a block or have your fingertips on the front of your legs. Legs are as straight as possible. Abs are in tight. Try to keep the shoulders back and down as best you can. Head and neck, an extension of the spine. Lengthen that spine, breathing in this Ardha Uttanasana posture. And then you may hold that or bring the palms down flat on the floor or the blocks if you're using them into Uttanasana beside the feet, bending the knees only if you need to. Lengthen that spine. Abs in tight, breathing. Now bend the knees enough to slide the left and the right foot back. Hip width apart, hips in the air. Come up on those toes or the balls of your feet. Push the heels down, head between the arms. Lengthen the torso and arms. Rotate the shoulders down from the outside. If you want, you can press your chin into the chest or just have your head and neck an extension of the spine. Push out through those glutes and breathe in this downward dog. You can always modify down on your knees if you choose. Now lower the hips to a plank or a high hover position. Stay high on those shoulders. If you have issues with your wrists, you can get down on your elbows, or you can also modify down on your knees. But try to make sure the rear end's not sagging or sticking up. And you're high on those shoulders as best you can. Head and neck, an extension of the spine. Breathing. Engage those muscles. Now open to the right to a side plank. You can modify with that left or lower knee on the floor if you choose. You can have the heel of one foot against the toes of the other, or stack both feet on top of each other. Whichever you choose, focus on your posture and your breathing. If you want, you can lower the upper arm above the head. Bring it back up, inhaling. Exhale and come back to a plank. Make sure you're stable And then open to the left, open to the other side. And whatever you did on the other side of your body, try to do on this side as well. Focus on your posture and your breathing. If you want, you can lower that upper arm above the head. Bring it back up, inhaling. Exhale back down to a plank. Check that posture just briefly. Then bring the hips back up into the air. Up on those toes. Push the heels down. Lengthen. Again, come into that downward facing dog. Modify if you need to. And if you're not modifying on your knees, walk the dog, keeping those abs in tight throughout and the toes on the floor. Bend one knee as you push the other heel closer to the floor. Then switch up at your own pace, walking your dog, feeling the stretch up the back of your legs, breathing. Then push both heels down. Breathe. Lower your hips again to a plank or a high hover position. Bend the knees, knees on the floor, tops of the feet on the floor. You can slide back to a puppy pose first. Forearms and palms and head on the floor, rear end up in the air. And you may hold it here breathing or slide down to a moon position, resting the rear end on the heels or as close as you can. Arms still outstretched, head and neck relaxed, abs in tight, breathing. Pick your heads up, slide the arms forward. Palms actually have your elbows on the floor, clasp your fingers together. We're going to do a dolphin. The elbows will be directly under the shoulders. Plant the toes on the floor behind you. Walk the feet up. The feet will be hip width apart. Rear end are hips in the air. Head between the arms. Push those heels down toward the floor. Abs are in tight and you're breathing. Some people have their head touch the floor. Mine does not. Mine does not touch my mat. So every body is different. If yours does, that's fine. Breathe. Just don't put much pressure on it. You don't want to do that. You want to protect your neck. This is a dolphin posture. Then walk your feet back and come to a low plank or an elbow plank. Again, you can modify. If you're modifying here, then just lower your hips to the floor. But you want to stay high on those shoulders and try to make sure your rear end's not sagging or sticking up. Breathing. And if you're modifying, you're basically already in the next posture we're going to do, because now lower the quads and the tops of the feet to the floor into an elbow cobra, looking up. Jaw closed for a better stretch on the neck. And you may hold it here or come into a sphinx with the palms on the floor in front of you. Breathing. Now you may hold it here or palms on the floor beside the rib cage, elbows close to the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and come all the way up to a full cobra, high on those shoulders. Look up and breathe. Now bend the knees enough to plant the toes in the floor behind you. Pick those hips up into the air, feet hip width apart, hips in the air. Up on those toes, push the heels down, lengthen. Again, come into that downward facing dog. Abs in tight, breathing. And you may hold it here, breathing. If you're modifying on your knees, you can bring your leg up too, but it's up to you. But if you want more, push that right heel closer to the floor, bringing the left leg up, keeping the hips squared off as best you can. Abs in tight, breathing. And then if you want, bend that knee and open the hip. Straighten it back up, squaring the hips off, and lower the leg, inhaling. Exhale, push that left heel down now and bring the right leg up, hips squared off, breathing, abs in tight. Pushing that left heel down. And then bend the knee and open the hip if you did on the other side. Straighten it back up, squaring the hip off, and lower, inhaling. Exhale, push both heels down. Now lower the hips enough to slide the left and the right foot back up at the front of your mat into Ardha Uttanasana. Fingertips on the floor beside the feet, or you can modify on the front of your legs or use blocks. Push out through those glutes, abs are in tight, breathing, head and neck, an extension of the spine. Hold it there, or again, come into Uttanasana with the palms on the floor or on your blocks, abs in tight, breathing. Now release the hold, and you may round up one vertebra at a time. Head, neck, and arms relax as we did in the warm-up, or arms at your ears or your sides. Flatten the back as you come up. You can modify by bending the knees as you come up, but listen to your body. Slowly come up, inhaling as you reach the top. Exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach, lengthen, reach upward or arch back. Reaching back, jaw closed for a better stretch of the neck. Breathing. Up, inhaling. Exhale, prayer position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach, lengthen, and lower the arms all the way down to the sides. Check the posture and come up again. Deep cleansing breath. Inhale up. Exhale, reach and lower. Roll the shoulders back. Great big circles, loosening up the torso as you roll. Breathing. And then straighten the arms for full range of motion. And shake everything out. Move your hips from side to side. And let's go ahead and get down to the floor. We don't have much time to do much on the floor, but I'd like to do a little. So see if you can get down. I'm going to not use my hands for support, but if you need them, use them. Seated stick posture. Legs straight back, straight arms straight. Point the toes and flex the feet. Relax the feet. Release the hold. Relax the hands on the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and round down, one vertebra at a time. And as the head reaches the floor, arms at your sides near your hips, palms down, take a deep breath in. Exhale, push down with those arms and slowly bring those legs up. Remember, if you have back issues, you'll want to bend the knees and then straighten the legs up perpendicular to the floor, keeping that lower back against the floor. But if you don't have any issues, you can keep those legs straight, and you will use your muscles and strengthen your back more. But of course, if you have issues, you've got to work around them. So point the toes and flex the feet. Relax the feet, circle those feet round and round, lubricating the ankles, keeping the abs in tight in the lower back against the floor. And then change direction with those circles, breathing. Point the toes, flex feet. Relax the feet, bend the knees, and hug them into your chest with your arms. Full wind releasing position, breathing, abs in tight. I like to roll from side to side to massage my back against the floor, but do what works best for you. Because we're going to come back to the center. Keep the knees up high into the chest. We'll do some full pelvic twists. You want your quads and thighs as close to your chest as possible. Arms in the T position, palms down, shoulders on the floor. Lower the knees over to the right. Those shoulders remain on the floor throughout. Turn and look at the left hand if you can. A modification is looking straight up. Roll that back against the floor and lower the knees in the same manner on the left side, same distance too, looking at the right hand. And then at your own pace, roll from side to side, massaging the back against the floor. Remember with yoga, try to move slowly so you use your muscles and not momentum. And don't forget to breathe. Now, if you want a little more here, when you're in the center, straighten the legs up perpendicular to the floor. Point the toes and flex the feet. Keep the legs straight and the feet flexed, and slowly lower those straight legs down toward the floor and as close to the right hand as possible. Turn, look at that left hand, shoulders on the floor, just like before. And then, keeping the legs straight and the feet flexed, slowly bring them up, rolling the back against the floor, and slowly lower them in the same manner on the left side of your body, turning and looking at the right hand. And go again at your own pace, from side to side, keeping the legs nice and straight and those feet flexed, abs in tight, rolling the back against the floor, keeping those shoulders on the floor. Turning and looking at the opposite hand if you can. Modify if you need to. Listen to your body and breathe. This adds a pelvic and spinal twist to the practice. No matter if your knees are bent or your legs are straight, you're still getting that pelvic and spinal twist as long as you keep those shoulders on the floor. On the final one, bend the knees if they're not already bent. And come back to the center. I'm going to move up my mat just a bit. Make sure my mat is straight. And now straighten the legs up perpendicular to the floor. Point the toes and flex the feet. Relax the feet, open the legs. Place the hands on the inner thighs, putting pressure downward, making sure that lower back is against the floor. The abs are in tight, legs are straight, and the shoulders are on the floor as best you can. If you can keep the legs straight, slide the hands down to the calves or the ankles, but keep those shoulders on the floor and the pressure on those inner legs as best you can. Point the toes, flex the feet, pushing out through the heels. Relax the feet, keep the pressure on the open legs. Release now, bring those legs up, inhaling. Exhale, arms at your sides, near your hips, palms down. Point the toes and flex the feet. Relax the feet and slowly lower those straight legs down toward the floor, slowly and in control. Now, if you have back issues, remember to bend the knees and slide the feet on the floor until the legs are straight. And if you haven't already done so, when you do reach the floor with the straight legs, take a deep breath into your system, inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs. Exhale and just relax your body in that corpse posture, palms up, feet flopped out to the sides. We're not quite ready for relaxation yet. I'd like to do the Bananasana spinal stretch first. So I'd like you to slide that right leg out on the floor beside you, keeping your hips where they are, basically. That right heel's on the floor. Take the left leg, keep it straight, but cross that left ankle over the right, and then roll your hips so that both glutes are on the floor. Bring the arms up above your head. Clasp your fingers together, forming a cup. Pick your head up. Put your head in the cup of your hands. Elbows are out as if you're lounging at the beach. And then bring just that upper body to the right, keeping both glutes on the floor. You're in the Bananasana posture. Most of your body's actually tight holding this posture. Breathing. It's a good spinal stretch in a different manner. And now uncross the legs, bring them back to the center. Keep the head in the hands, but come to the center. Your body's nicely aligned. We'll do the same on the other side of our bodies. Slide that left heel out. Bring the straight right leg over. Cross the legs, then lower both glutes to the floor. And bring just the upper body to the left. Just the head and the arms and the shoulders. You're in the Bananasana here. If you looked up from the top, if you had an aerial view, we would look like bananas. Breathing with those abs in tight. And now, uncross the leg, bring both legs down to the center, bring the head back to the center, release the hold, and just lower your arms. Gosh, it's already past time, sorry. Lower your arms to your sides, near your hips, palms up, and let the feet just flop out to the sides. Let the shoulders rest down into the surface below you, and you'll be in the corpse posture. Take a deep breath into your system, inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs. And then slowly exhale through the mouth, through slightly parted lips, releasing everything you no longer need in those lungs. Continue to breathe on your own. Soon we'll take another deep breath in together. And this time when we exhale, we'll fist and flex and tighten everything in our bodies, including our faces and necks. So take a deep breath into your system. Exhale and tighten. And release. And just lower down again into that corpse posture. If this is uncomfortable for your back or anything, you can put something, a bolster or rolled up blanket or something under your knees. If you don't have anything and it's uncomfortable, bend the knees, feet on the outside of the mat or towel that you have. Place the lower back on the floor and let the knees just rest together. Or if you don't have any issues, just let those feet flop out to the sides. You may want to roll your heads from side to side until you find the most comfortable position for your head and neck. And you may want to cover yourselves with towels or blankets or whatever you need to do to be able to relax, fully relax. Shoulders are resting down into the surface below you. Glutes are resting down, heels are, and your head and upper back are as well. Your eyes are closed. Breathe. If you want, you can take some deep breaths in through the nose and slowly exhale through slightly parted lips, or just breathe normally in a way that you know you can relax. Again, your eyes are closed. I'd like you to open your minds and travel to one of your favorite safe places. Your safe place might be a place you frequent in reality or one you only know in your mind. Breathe. You're in that safe place. We're going to move through your body and allow you to release the joints and relax the muscles even more. So begin with the hands and fingers, relaxing the muscles, releasing the joints. As you move up the arms, release the joints in your wrists. As you relax the forearms, release the joints in your elbows. As you relax the upper arms, the biceps and triceps. Now, relax the shoulders, the deltoid and lateral muscles as you release the joints. The arms and shoulders are relaxed. Lower the focus now to the toes and the feet. Relax the muscles, release the joints. Allow the heels to sink deeper into the surface below you, wherever you might be in your safe place. As you begin to move up the legs, release the joints in your ankles as you relax the shins and calves. Release the joints in your knees as you relax the hamstrings up the back of your legs. Relax the quadriceps as you relax the thighs. Relax the glutes, allowing them to sink deeper into the surface below you. And relax the hips as you release those joints. The legs are relaxed. The arms are relaxed. Focus on the torso now, beginning at the lower back and spinal area. Relax those muscles. Relax the obliques at the sides of your torso. Relax the abdominal muscles. Now relax the diaphragm and rib cage areas, remembering to breathe. Relax the mid part of your back and spine. Relax the upper back and shoulder blades, as well as the spinal column, moving up the shoulder blades all the way through the neck to the base of the skull. And now focus on the chest. Relax the chest area, the sternum area, and pecs. Relax the clavicle or collarbone area. And now relax the neck from the bottom to the top and all the way around. Release the jaw as you relax the chin. Relax the lips as you relax the tongue. Relax the cheeks, nose, and ears, eyes and temples. Relax the brow, smooth the forehead. And now relax the scalp, beginning at the forehead at the perfect intensity for you. Imagine a massage moving all the way through the scalp to the base of the skull at the neck. Breathe. Your mind is open. You're in your safe place. Your body is relaxed and functioning perfectly. And now, from wherever you may have traveled in your mind, it is time to come home. So take a deep breath into your system. Exhale and become aware of your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles. Take another deep breath in. Exhale and bring those legs in bending the knees and hug them into your chest with your arms. Raise the head up toward the knees. Lower the head, inhaling. Exhale and either roll to the right to sit up or rock and roll up to a seated position, sitting cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus, or however it feels best for you, nice and tall. Bring the arms up, inhaling. Exhale, prayer position. Hold the position, inhaling. Exhale, and thank you very much for coming. Namaste. I hope you all feel better than when we started. I hope you got what you needed. And thank you for being with me on this 27th day of the Yoga Challenge. Please donate to St. Jude's if you possibly can. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.